Hello, Jen here with a book video for you. I am participating in BookTubeAthon this year. I'm really excited about it. I love readathons. They're always a great way to challenge you to read the books on your shelves, break out of comfort zones. I know that's definitely something that I struggle with. I have certain types of genres that I go to all the time, and having the challenges that go along with a readathon really push you to grab those other books. So let me share with you the books that are on my TBR and the challenges that they go along with. So the first one is to flip a coin to decide what's going to be your first read. So we'll do that at the end once I tell you what all of the books are. So the second challenge is to read a book about something you want to do. So Ariel used the example of if you want to travel to France, read a book about a character who travels to France. So the book that I picked is Into the Deep by Mira Grant, because it is a book all about marine biologists and different types of biologists all studying marine life. I think it takes place in the future, like 2022 or something like that, so just like the very near future, and there's a big sway towards marine life because we're kind of depleting our resources on land, and there are some researchers who truly believe that mermaids exist, and so the book is about a research vessel that gets sent out to Marianas Trench, which is the location of a previous research vessel that went missing 7 years earlier. And the main character in the book, her sister was on that vessel and had communicated with her and led her to believe that there was something strange going on and probably mermaids. And our main character, her specialty is actually studying the sounds of the water. So she is studying the language of marine life, and she's able to figure out some clues that lead her to believe that there are in fact mermaids. And so she goes on this research vessel, and we'll see what happens. And it is exactly the kind of thing that I would love to do, to be able to hop on a boat out in the middle of the ocean, catching samples and talking to dolphins and just, exploring the depths. Yes, that is awesome. I would love that. So that is going to be the perfect book for that challenge. So challenge number 3 is to read a book to movie adaptation. And I'm cheating a little bit for this one. I really wanted to stick to my guns and make sure that I was only picking books that are already on my shelf. And also books that were kind of short, because it's hard to get in 7 books in 1 week, and I don't want to set myself up to fail, so shorter books are always a good opportunity to make up lost time. So the book that I have is Lock Number 1, and this is an Inspector Maigret novel, and they have the Inspector Maigret miniseries, so this was perfect. So it's not really a movie. It's more of a television show, but it is still an adaptation, and they're just short little mystery novels, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. They're pretty easy reads, huge print. This is a penguin copy, and yeah, I think it'll just be a really fun, quick, easy read. I love these kinds of things, and so it's not technically cheating because it's still on the screen. So we're gonna go with it. So the next challenge is to read a book with green on the cover, and again, I went through all of my books looking for short ones. You can see this one's really short, and I came up with Foxlow. I don't know, I think this is YA, but it could actually be middle grade. It might be middle grade, so it'll probably be a really quick and easy read. And I think it's just about a group of kids who kind of lives in this mansion, if you can see there. They never go outside. The leader of their little group, her name is Freya, and it says here that they are safe as long as they follow her rules and perform her rituals. And then one day, a new baby comes named Blue, and it kind of disrupts everything. So I think that's about as much as I know about it based on the back of the book. So I'm not too sure about ratings or anything like that, but it has the green, and it's short, and I own it, so I'm going to read it. The next challenge is to read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. So this is my youngest's Michelangelo hat. He's very graciously gifted it to me. I am not a hat wearer. I probably could have found a funny, crazy hat to wear, but he insisted that this was the one that it had to be. So I will probably wear it like this, because I think that looks a little bit better than the other way around. Not that everyone's going to be watching me wear a hat while I'm reading, but the book that I've chosen is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Again, going for those shorter books, and this one kind of caught my eye because it has all these like high school guys. There's the jock and the pretty girl and stuff like that, and I think it just goes with the hat vibe. So the little blurb says, sometimes you have to find the extraordinary in the ordinary. And I think that this book is basically about a guy who is just super ordinary. So he's not your typical protagonist. He doesn't have special powers. He's not like super courageous. He's not going to go out and save the world, which in this case, there are zombies and soul-eating ghosts. They may or may not be the same thing, but basically he just doesn't really care about all of that. All he wants to do is graduate from high school, ask out the girl that he has a crush on, and kind of go on with his life. So it sounds really fun, maybe a little bit quirky, maybe a little, you know, heartfelt in its message that it's okay to just be yourself and be normal. You don't always have to be the superstar that's saving the world. We all have value in just being ourselves. So I think it's going to be a pretty easy read, and I'm wearing a hat, so I'm going to go with a book that matches. Next challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine. So I picked Wild Beauty. It has a beautiful cover, obviously, you can see that, but like that gorgeous spine is just wrapped right around. I love these beautiful flowers and the gold writing, and the inside is even more beautiful in my opinion. So the cover itself is just this beautiful sort of hunter green or forest green, but look at that spine. I love the way the gold plays off of that green. It's just so simple and gorgeous. And basically this is a book about a family of, I think it's all women, a family of women, generations of them, who tend the grounds of this beautiful estate. And guests come from all over the world because their gardens are just so beautiful. And they kind of have some magic to them, but they also seem to have this kind of curse where if they fall too deeply in love with a man, he disappears. They don't know where they go, they just completely vanish. And then one day, a young boy ends up in their garden. He doesn't know where he's from, he doesn't remember anything about who he is, and the family have to try to figure out what to do. So I think each of the generations, like the grandmas dote on him like he's their long lost son. The mothers all think that maybe this means that their long lost loves will all be coming back to them. The cousins are afraid that this could be a bad omen that they don't quite understand, but there's something sinister about it. And then our main character just really wants to help him find out who he is. So it sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like it's probably going to be a pretty quick and easy read. The last challenge is to just read 7 books this week. So I have 2 more books that I've pulled out, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get to all of them. Again, I'm sticking to the smaller books, but one of these is just a book that I really want to read, and I have a feeling I'm going to be able to breeze through it pretty quickly. So the first one is Tall Tales of the Weird West. I got this at the Comic-Con 2 years ago here in Calgary. The author was there, so he signed the book for me, and you can see it here. He actually wrote, "Jennifer, thanks. Happy murdering." Yeah, so basically this is just an anthology of Western stories that all have some sort of weird paranormal side to them. So zombies, vampires, that kind of stuff. It's really short. I think it's going to be really fun. I love anthologies and readathons because you can kind of pick your way through the stories, and they're a great way to break up the bigger books. So I'm excited for that one. And also, depending on how my readathon goes, it has green on the cover, so I could probably, you know, switch things around. I could probably wear a hat while I'm reading this. I'm sure I could find a cowboy hat somewhere in my house. So yeah, this could be a good substitute for any of my other books. And then the other book that I decided to throw into the mix is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I really want to get to this book. I have this anticipated as a 5-star read in one of my Booklist Thursday videos that I'm doing, and I just think I'm going to be able to breeze through it pretty quickly. I don't think it's a very long book. I have a mass market paperback, but look at how big the writing is. I don't know if it's gonna, it won't focus on it, but it's huge. I think I'm going to go through it really, really quickly, and I do want to get to this before I can start watching the series, so I think that this is a good one to throw into the mix. And that is it. That is my TBR for BookTubeAthon. It starts tomorrow. If I have this video up today, it starts tomorrow. I might have it up just on the first day of BookTubeAthon. We'll see how that goes. So it's either starting tomorrow or today. Last thing we need to do is flip our coin to see which book I'm going to start with. All right, let's do this coin toss. So I have my daughter here with me. She's going to pick 2 of the books that I have laid out here, and then we will toss between those 2. So Kaylin, pick 2 books that you think I should start my book readathon with.
That's difficult. They all look like. I think this
Tough
one.
decision. Okay, The Rest of Us Just Live Here.
And probably
Anyone, doesn't matter.
trying to decide between these 3 because they both look.
She likes the 3 smallest ones. She's definitely a daughter after my own heart.
I think this one.
Okay, so she has picked Foxlow, and The Rest of Us Still Live Here. So we'll do The Rest of Us Just Live Here as heads because there's people on the book, and tails for Foxlow. You want to flip?
Okay.
Flip the coin. Flip it so it lands on the books so that you can see what it is. Woo!
Heads.
It is heads. So I'm going to start my BookTubeAthon with The Rest of Us Just Lived Here. The Rest of Us Just Live Here. And I'm going to be wearing a hat. So, yay! I'm excited. I hope you guys are all ready for BookTubeAthon, and I'm probably going to be vlogging, and I'll just do a wrap-up at the end of the week. Hopefully I'll get in a few vlogs, and yeah, that's it. So good luck with your readathon, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy reading. Bye.